What's up guys, it's Nate with Freedom and Go, and we just wrapped up this full tilt electrical system on this Transit Ekko. Let's talk about it. So this van came to us in its factory form with 2 batteries, no generator, so we really needed to prioritize setting up an off-grid style build. So we removed all of the factory solar panels up on the roof and replaced them with 5 200-watt solar panels up there on the roof. We connected all of those panels together to a MPPT 150/85 by Victron. So this is going to be a significant boost from the factory performance on solar. So 1,000 watts of solar is really going to help with that off-grid performance. It will take a significant chunk out of the power draw from running an AC, for example. In addition to the full solar upgrade, we also pulled out the Xantrex 2,000 watt inverter, replaced it for a MultiPlus 3,000 watt inverter, and that is going to be controlled by the servo, which we'll get to in a minute. We also went ahead and installed the Orion XS 50 amp DC to DC charger to help supplement that secondary alternator system, providing an extra 50 amp of charge while you're idling and while you're driving. Also, while we're talking about alternator performance, we also got rid of the Balmar 170 XT and swapped for a Nations 300 amp alternator. It's a very, very robust alternator. It's very well built. It's rated for 300 amps, but we really only run it at about just over half of that. So the alternator, even though it's under a high demand, doesn't have to strain so hard to charge the system. So in addition to their 2 original batteries, we went ahead and did the Dynet swap to give us room for all these Victron components, but also for 2 additional batteries. So we're looking at 4 total Lithionics 320 amp hour batteries for a grand total of 1,200 amp hours. That's a very, very significant battery bank. It's really, really gonna help when they're wanting to run the AC off grid. They'll be able to do that with little to no worries of discharging the system. So in addition to adding the extra 2 batteries for a total of 4 batteries, we also added an additional 250 amp breaker. Doing that allows us to run much more efficient chargers, but also much more robust chargers. So the charge coming in from solar on top of what's coming in on the DC-DC charger, on top of what's coming in on the second alternator, all factored together, is now able to be used through these 2 250 amp breakers. So we actually unlocked the Nations alternator a little bit more than what the Balmar 170 XTs were producing. So we're now actually seeing an idle charge around 200 amps. So very, very powerful. So to monitor the 4 batteries, we also installed the Victron Smart Shunt, and that pretty much covers all of the Victron ecosystem. Now that we have all of these Victron parts, we did something special for this van. We did a system monitoring upgrade. So we installed a Victron Servo GX up in this cabinet along with the Victron Touch 70 touchscreen. So we were able to use those as a complete system monitor for all of these Victron components and as a controller for the MultiPlus specifically. This is a very, very unique build. This is one of the first Transit Ekkos that has a Servo GX on board with a touchscreen. Not only can they monitor every single Victron part that is installed in here, but they can also remotely monitor the entire system. So if they decide to put it in storage, and they're a couple states away for now, so long as it's connected to the internet and it's set up on VRM, they'll be able to completely monitor the entire system, make sure it's not dead, make sure everything's good to go, no error codes or anything like that. It's a really, really neat feature. If you're looking to pick up any of these Victron or Lithionics parts for yourself, be sure to check us out at vanpartswarehouse.com. Or if you're wanting to get a full tilt electrical build on your Transit Ekko, be sure to check us out at freedomandgo.com and get yourself on the schedule. This has been Nate with Freedom and Go. Let us help you live life without limits.